Hi, I'm Nicholas Ferreira.
And I'm Jared Puzo, and we're here today to talk to you about an issue that's very prevalent in America. College is an amazing place. You can meet new people or do things that you never would have done without college. It's a place for experiences. You can sit on a hub lawn and talk to people until 5 a.m., or you can get pizza at 4 a.m. But the problem with college is that for the past 100 years, tuition has been rising, and we're not able to keep up with it. In fact, in 2015, the class graduated with the largest amount of debt ever seen in this world. $35,000 on average per person was what was seen. And they're not able to pay this debt simply because they have no ability to get a job, because they don't have the high enough education, and they can't get the high enough education because they can't afford it, and they can't afford it because, well, they have debt.
But before we can actually analyze the issue of college tuition, we need to understand the context and history of it. Going back to the year 1927, education in college was actually relatively cheap, and only a handful of students went. And even then, a handful of students that went on to pursue jobs after college with a degree were low-paying jobs in fields such as theology, law, or business. Fast forward to the year 1975, the Higher Education Act was passed. To meet the higher demand of students who wanted to actually go to college, the federal government started distributing federal loans so as to help students afford higher education. But believe it or not, this is what contributed to the issue. Now we see that between the years 2004 and 2014, college tuition has actually risen 33%. So we need to ask ourselves a question: what actually has increased the cost of college? Well, for one, the government. Two, the university. As far as the government goes, them distributing federal loans has actually increased college tuition because colleges realize that students who want loans and get loans can actually pay the tuition that the college will want. It's to say that if a pizza place were to receive $5 subsidies, there would be an artificially high demand due to the artificially low price of subsidies. So as a result, the owner of the pizza place may increase their prices, and their demand will still be met due to the fact that it's still being subsidized and people will still pay for it. In a sense, people really aren't actually realizing how much tuition is costing. Furthermore, it's partly on the college's fault as well. Colleges will pay for new amenities and new establishments such as indoor pools, new buildings, and better dorms, but many times all the students who don't even enjoy these amenities, such as people who live off campus or people who don't even swim or can't swim, are ended up paying the cost of these buildings and facilities, even though they don't even enjoy it. Furthermore, colleges have seen an increase in administrative employees. On average across America, the faculty-student ratio is 18-1, which in a sense means that students are paying for the yearly salary of 18 employees at their given college. So we have to ask ourselves, what are the negative impacts that come out of increased college tuition?
Some of the negative impacts are, as Nick said, the dilution of the education. Well, the college does hire more people. They are not hiring better people or a staff that's more well educated and well versed in a subject. This means that they're just putting money to waste by adding more people because there's more students. It's another downward spiral where education doesn't increase but tuition does. Another big issue is the fact that people aren't able to pay their loans. Negative impact is from people, 43% in fact, are not able to pay their government loans. The average cost of living in America is $55,000, while the average income is $57,000. People are barely able to pay their average cost of living, and then on top of that, a $35,000 debt in college is not going to help. It doesn't really matter at this point on how much you look at the numbers, because it's all a downward spiral with the increase in college. What you need to look at is solutions. The solutions that are most well known are the ones of increasing the emphasis on trade jobs, where people, instead of going to college for 4 years to get a high paid job, can go to a trade school for about a year, get a job, and have a steady paying job. They don't have to pay a college loan because they didn't have to take out a loan because it's 1 year of college instead of 4, and it doesn't cost as much. Another solution is the possibility that we can change the society's view on college. Instead of you need to graduate high school and you need to go to college, now all you need to do is just go to trade school and get a well-paying job.
As Jared mentioned just now, these are the short-term issues that are actually involved in college tuition. Looking at it long-term wise can be much worse. Many students who have graduated college and have earned a degree and are suffering from student debt have trouble paying off their loans now, taking out a second mortgage, and even have trouble retiring, as we see now. As well, as Jared mentioned, society demands that students go to college so they can earn a higher education. But as a result, this lowers the standards and creates a new standard of higher education, essentially a bachelor's degree being the norm. As a result, in order to receive a better college, to receive a better job and distinguish yourself from the rest, it's important that you go to even a higher education school further than a bachelor's, such as a master's or even a bachelor's. And this further perpetuates the issue, creating a positive feedback loop. Meaning the fact, essentially, it means that people who want to distinguish themselves from others, who want a job in a market that has low demand for employees and wages that are actually capping off, it's hard to find these jobs because student debt further contributes to the issue.
That's all the time we have for today, and we'd like to thank you for listening to us and hearing us about our issue. We hope that we've at least educated you or brought some awareness to the topic for you. I'm Jared Puzo.
I'm Nicholas Ferreira. Thank you for watching.